So, good day everyone. So, for today, we are going to deal with another branch of mathematics, and that is all about geometry. So, we are going to deal with the origin of geometry, and we are going to discuss the father of modern geometry. So, aside from that, we are going to have the following objectives. First, we're going to describe a point, line, and a plane. We're going to identify points, lines, and planes. And we are going to define collinear and coplanar points. Okay, so let's get started. So as we go along with our discussion about geometry, so we are going to be asked how important is the understanding of concepts of geometry of shapes and sizes and geometric relationships in one's life. So as we go along with our discussion about geometry, so I hope that we are going to see the importance of this branch of mathematics. Okay, so let's start. So what is geometry? So as well, I've mentioned before, so the word geometry comes from Greek words geo, which means earth, and metrain, which means measure. So meaning geometry is the measure of the earth or earth measure. So basically, geometry is the study of shapes and is one of the oldest branches of mathematics. So that's the reason why we have the measurement. So who is the father of geometry? So who is this man who started, okay, the concept of measurement? So he is no other than Euclid. So he lived in Greece at about 300 BC. He also earned this title by writing the Elements consisting of 13 books. So there is a compilation of books of Euclid named the Elements. So the Greeks and Euclid. So our modern understanding of geometry began with the Greeks over 2000 years ago. So the Greeks felt the need to go beyond merely knowing certain facts to being able to prove why they were true. And around 350 BC, Euclid of Alexandria wrote the Elements, in which he recorded systematically all that was known about geometry at that time. So Euclid is the reason why we have this geometry, why we know the concept or the basic concepts of geometry starting from the point, line, plane, shapes, and so on and so forth. So even the theorems, the postulates, the reasons, okay, in proving certain facts about geometry, okay, was written by Euclid. So in this case, okay, we are going to discuss the different undefined terms of Euclid. So let's start. So let's take a look on this one first, second, and the third one. Okay, so what does figure 1 show? Anyone who can describe figure 1? Okay, so that's a point. Very good. Next, how about figure 2? This is a line. And for figure 3, this is a plane. Okay, so let's have the undefined terms in geometry. So undefined terms are elements of geometry that can only be described. So these are the undefined terms. First, we have the point, we have the line, and also we have the plane. So these three terms are called the undefined terms because they can only be described. So let's see. First, we have a point. So it is represented by a dot and has no dimension. It is named by using a capital letter. So meaning if there is no dimension, there is no width, there is no length, there is no height. So that's the meaning of no dimension. So it is named by using a capital letter. Examples. Okay, so these are named as or read as point R. The other one is point S. The next one is point M. So points may be described as a tiny representation of an exact location. So we have here the tip of the pencil. Okay, so while you are pointing your finger, so that's a point. And also here we have the location. Okay, so we have that dot or a point for San Gabriel. So in that case, we also have this one, the Microsoft Mall. So another example of point is this one. So these are the representations of the active cases in National Capital Region as of March 8, 2021 up to April 2, 2021. So these red dots, okay, represent the point. So these dot maps were produced by mappers and researchers from the UP Resilience Institute and UP COVID-19 Pandemic Response Team. So if you're going to look at the illustration, so the active cases, okay, are represented by dots. So more dots for April 2, 2021. So meaning uh, the active cases as of April 2 in NCR are very many or very active. So let's proceed to the line. So a line is a set of points and extends in one dimension. Lines have no thickness nor width. It is named by 2 points on the line or a lowercase script letter. So this is the symbol or the representation of a line. So we have 2 points here, and this is named as line AB or line BA or line M. So this line is named using the three ways. So we have line AB, line BA, or line M. So that M is in a lowercase script letter. Example of a line. We have 2 points. Okay, so you can write that as very good. So line BC or line CB or line N. So the given example is read as, okay. So line extends forever in both opposite directions. So meaning if you can see this symbol, the red arrow or the red line, so that is a line. So extending both opposite directions. So if you're going to have this example or this picture, the rail of a train, so this is an example of a line. Another one is this. Okay, so the road that we have, okay, so there are so many representations of lines in our life. So how about this one? How are you going to name this figure? So this is known to be the plane. So the plane is a flat surface made up of points. So it is a flat surface with length and width. So that's the difference of plane to our point, okay, and to our line. So this is named as plane math using the 4 letters in its corner, or okay, the symbol for plane math, or another one is plain W. Okay, Next, so a plane is a flat surface of any shape that can go on forever. So this one, okay, plane, this, a plane, and a plane is a flat surface of any shape that can go on forever again. So other examples of a plane, this is a plane. So plane ABC or triangle ABC. This one. So plane DEFGH or our pentagon DEFGH. So meaning our shapes, okay, can be considered as plane, as a flat surface. Questions? Okay, none. So let's proceed to this one. So let's try if you really understood the concepts. So direction, identify what undefined term is represented by each of the listed objects or parts. First, sun rays. Anyone? Okay, correct. That's a line. Next, sheet of paper. Okay, a plane. Next, blackboard. Okay, very good, plane. How about this? Intersection of a wall and the ceiling. The intersection of the wall and the ceiling is a line. Okay, for the illustration, that's one. Next, intersection of the front wall, a side wall, and the ceiling. And that is a point. So this is the illustration. Questions? None. Okay, so let's proceed. Corner of a table. So that's a point. So the corner of the table is that one. Next, surface of a table. So that's a plane. Tip of a ball pen. That's a point, correct. Next, tip of a needle. Another point. And the last one is the edge of a table. So that's a line. And that is the edge. Okay? Questions? None? Next. So let's deal now with the relationships in space. So space, it is usually refers to the collection of all points. So we have here the space. Okay, this is an example of a space wherein we have a plane and we have also points or figures in a plane. So look at the given diagram. Okay, so we have here the line MX. We have the point M, point I, point X, and point S. Okay, so points M, I, X are collinear points. So why do you think we call them as collinear points? So while points M, I, S are non-collinear points. So based on our examples, so how are we going to define collinear and non-collinear points? So collinear points lie on the same line. That's the reason why it is known to be collinear. So let us have another examples. We have line K, S, or we have point K, E, S, Y. So the collinear points here are points K, E, S. And the other one for this one, we have point S, point T, point A, point R. So the collinear points are points S, T, and R. So how about the non-collinear points? So meaning the non-collinear points are points that are not on the same line. So meaning we can have point K, point E, and point Y. Point E, point S, and point Y. So in the second example, we have point S, point T, and point A. Sorry, A. So that's point T, point A, and point R. So they are non-collinear points. Okay? Okay. Is that clear? The difference between the collinear and non-collinear points? Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. So look at the given diagram. So another one. So inside the plane, there are points, 3 points, and there is 1 point outside the plane. So points R, A, and Y are known to be coplanar points, while points R, A, S are non-coplanar points. So how are we going to define coplanar points? Remember that coplanar points lie on the same plane. So meaning, if that is non-coplanar point, so it does not lie on the same plane. Clear? Okay. Okay, so let's have another example. So we have here points M, A, T, H, S, E, Y. So find the point coplanar to the given points. First, M, A, H. So here we have point T. So number 2, we have S, E. So we have point Y, right? Okay, so can you now identify the difference between the coplanar and non-coplanar points? Okay, so very good. That's very good. Okay, so if that is the case, so let's have this activity. So do it on your own. So answer the following in a piece of paper or notebook. So you may try it at home. Okay, so make sure that you have your answer before revealing the correct answer. So first, okay, I'm giving you 3 minutes to answer these 5 questions. So you're just going to identify if that is a point, a line, or a plane. Tip of a pencil, edge of a tile, a long clothesline, crease made by folded art paper, and corner of a book. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's see if you have correct answers. So let's deal with this one. And first, tip of a pencil, you are correct if your answer is a point. Next, edge of a tile, that is a line. Okay, for number 3, we have a line. For number 4, we have a line. And for 5, we have a point. Okay, so questions? None? Okay, next, let's proceed. A tile. So that is a plane. Okay, so let's try another activity. We have name a point that is collinear with the points given. So I'm giving you 3 minutes again to answer these questions. Okay, so let's have this one again. So are you done? Examine the figure first. So I think you are done now. So let's proceed with our answer key. So if you have these answers, first, B and E collinear points are, or the collinear point is, that's point I. How about C and H? That's E. D and G, we have B. A and C, we have B also. H and E, we have C. and G and B, we have D. Okay? Okay, so let's have the next one. So name a point that is coplanar with the given points. So we have number 7, number 8, number 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I'm giving you 2 minutes again to answer these questions. You are going to look at the figure. Okay, so I think you are done already. So let's see, or let's reveal the answers. So if your answer for number 7 is point T, so you are correct. The next one, M and O, we have point P, correct. Next, MTQ, that's point P again. Then QTR, QTR, so that's S. 11 is TRS, we have Q. And for number 12, we have QSO, so that is P. You got it all? Okay, very good. So after uh, answering those questions, so if you really understood the point, the line, the plane, the collinear, the coplanar points, so this is your test for this day. Okay, so you are going to answer this wholeheartedly, honestly. Okay, so you are going to have this in your notebook. Okay, so these are the questions. So this one, okay, and the other one will be okay. So these are for number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So don't worry. So this test yourself is available in our resources. Okay? Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye.